It's not a day in my life. You know you my dog, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check it back, check it back. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Off the play fake, Patterson. Try to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's King, looking to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On 1st down, King. He gets it to James White. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Saints' 8-yard line.
They run. This is Cohen. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Here we go. Go to base. 47. Let's go, D. He's coming. We got double up. Slam.
This is James White. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Check, 47. Ricky. Check. Let's go. Come on.
Operating from the gun. King, escape, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. It's their quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. But no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Second and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
From the gun, Patterson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Here comes the Saints punter now. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 15.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Pick 6, baby. Let's get this.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now King throwing after the interception. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Looking to throw. King. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 7-7, our score after 1. They'll run on second down with Cohen. Touchdown, Carolina! Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that's another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Look at me. Go.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara's got the first down and then some. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on first down. Patterson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Second and long. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Patterson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Check 31, check 31.
Hey, lock it.
Check.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Go.
From the gun, Patterson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their route, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3, cut, ball.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. It was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for. That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. It's third down and 12.
On the ready. Flag 47. Check flag 47. I'm coming.
King to throw on third down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On first down, Cohen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check 24. Check 24. Wide. Get wide.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This one from 46 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Man, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
On the ready. Keystone, Travis.
Rip left.
Bravo.
Check. 59.
Get it.
On 1st and 10, Patterson. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Back to throw. Patterson. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Looking to throw. Patterson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 20-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at his 4th. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
King now throwing to start the drive. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is King. Throwing again. Going up top. That's caught at the 25. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And some room to roam now. The 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Let's go.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Come on, boy. Hey, Haywood. You better be ready. Somebody said go.
To throw on 2nd down. Patterson, and he's got room. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Check 9, check 9.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Chopper!
Operating from the gun. Patterson. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Patterson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Operating from the gun, Patterson. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. In for the score. And the Saints get a bit closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Back to throw. King. He may try and run for this. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Okay, ready? 47, check back 47. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Under crush, under the tree. 47's the mic, boy, 47. Ready?
Here's King on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Hey.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. first down. Cohen. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw on 3rd down, Patterson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now King on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Cohen. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Looking to throw. Patterson. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He'll air it out deep for and that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, Patterson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Panthers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First down, here's White. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. This is Cohen.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Patterson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Back to throw. Patterson. Open man is Michael Thomas. He's at the 30. 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. 81 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
51 to Mike. 50. It's a party now. It's a party now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they close.